Every club. Every day. The Global Sports Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Brighton podcast, brought to you by the Global Sports Podcast Network. Today, I am joined by Yashar. I feel like I hope I said your name correctly.
Yes, yeah.
From the Daily Chelsea podcast, as we have got them in the cup at the Amex on Saturday. Yashar, how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, excited for this one. It's a double header, isn't it? So we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Obviously, last time we played you, I think it was 5-2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, it was 5-2. Not a great game. It definitely could have been more. Cole Palmer tore us apart. But, you know, the cup, anything can happen, basically. It's essentially, I mean, it's probably, I don't know about how you feel, but it's probably a bit of a bigger deal for us because we'd love a cup run, whereas you've got the Conference League, Champions League, trying to get into the Champions League as well, and whatnot. So, obviously, it would be pretty decent if we win it, but I imagine that the league game might be a tiny bit more important the following week. I don't know how you feel about that, but I imagine. I mean, obviously, you'd like to win the cup as well, but you know, I mean, you have enough teams basically to be able to compete on all fronts anyway. So, but yeah, how's the season been for you so far? How are you finding it? Because I know that you started off really well, and then you were sort of almost in a title race for a little bit, and then you sort of dropped off from there.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, this season for us has been a bit of a roller coaster to say the least. I always compare us as like a 12-round boxing fight. The first 6 rounds we go all guns blazing. Literally, we'll gas out. We're going overhands. We're doing everything, and then like last 6 rounds, we're like, oh, you can't do anything, can we? So it's more like that. I think during the season, it's because like Enzo Maresca is still a new manager, so his tactics were still new. So going into the season, his tactics weren't found out soon enough. And then after the few months in, teams are starting to realize, oh, right, okay, that's how you counter it. Yeah, it's because like in possession we play a 4, and our possession we play a 3 at the back. So it's quite easy, predictable. And then I think once teams like realize how predictable we are, we start to become more of a counter-attacking team, which also never leads the team properly. So I think, in my opinion, we overstepped our achievements a little bit, and so like I think a lot of Chelsea fans expected us to be maybe top 6. We're running in there, we didn't finish high enough last season. We finished 7th, so getting into that stage is more of a thing of right. So if we're at a stage, we need to finish a good position, and I think with our team, we invested over £1 billion. We expect to be at least top 4 contenders, which we are, thankfully. But the last few results for us, bar the West Ham result, hasn't been the best.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's always good to debunk that, especially against teams like Brighton, who are not on the road you think about. There's a lot of draws, aren't there? Like, too many draws. And
many draws. We've only won twice in the last 14, maybe, or 15.
Wow.
15. Yeah,
I thought our form wasn't that good, but then thankfully we got a good result. Yes, like we got a good record at the Amex. You know, like we won. Like we've not lost in. We've only lost 1 in 11, so that's not that bad at like the Amex considering.
Yeah. Loads of people don't really like coming there, to be fair. Especially more. I feel like more so in the De Zerbi days. I feel like teams that I didn't like coming there at all, just because his style of play that when he was there was very. He basically didn't care who turned up.
Yeah,
he was just going to do his own thing basically, and like just show absolutely no respect to whoever. And like Man United struggle. They struggle against everyone at the moment, but like they struggled loads against us because of the way that we play footy. They're so easy to play through. Like they struggle so much. Even Arsenal sort of. I mean, they've beaten us a couple of times, but they still struggle with how much we don't really care about how good they are as a team. It's more just like, well, we're just going to play how we want to play. And
Yeah, they've
then
not beaten you this season, have they?
no,
No.
drew both games. So that
Yeah.
was the game when they got Declan Rice sent off the first one at
Yeah.
Emirates, and then they went 1-0 up in at the Amex, and then we got a dodgy penalty. But we probably could have beat them at theirs, to be fair, but we missed a couple of good chances. But yeah, so in terms of like the following seasons for you guys, like for Chelsea, where do you see? Because you still have a ton of players, but you have really really good players in there. Like let's not sort of get it twisted. There is so much talent, sort of dotted all around the squad from sort of like obviously your Cole Palmer, you've got your Cole Palmer there, and then you've got the what's the guy on loan in Brazil? What's his name?
Oh, Santos.
No, not Santos. The other one, the winger. He's broken the record for like most goals at his age in the Brazilian league. I can't remember.
Yeah. So like he's coming in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got like the next Neymar. That's what they keep saying about him.
Yeah. Like even like through that, and then like I mean, even I think
like Estavio.
Yeah, Estavio. That's it. Yeah. And then you sent like even Chukwuemeka. You sent him out on loan, didn't you?
Yeah, to Dortmund. Yeah, which is a really good move for him. I think that's perfect for him. Yeah, with our team, it's a strange one, isn't it? Because it's like I think ever since from 2 seasons ago when like the new owners took over, their policy is don't sign anyone. I think who's on the older side. Prime example, we've not started someone in our team who's above the age of 30 in our team, which is crazy. Yeah, that's all. We're the youngest team. And that in itself, I always said, like, I don't agree with that because you need players with some experience. You need players with some growth in there to actually help these younger lot.
Yeah, like Aspie.
Yeah, like so many examples. Like for example, Thiago Silva. He was absolutely vital for us to win that Champions League because he was someone who helped the likes of Trevor Chalobah, who liked like Zuma, and even Rudiger because like he was still youngish before he went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So. Is these little things that really show that's why we can't compete. And I was like, we needed to compete. Like, firstly, we need a new goalkeeper. And obviously, like, this big topic for you guys, isn't it? Because he used to play for you lot. And speaking to a few Brighton...
He's terrible, to be fair.
Yeah, and speaking to a few Brighton fans, they don't like him either.
No.
And I'm about to ask you, how do you feel about Robert Sanchez? And it's quite funny how you got 25 million for him.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that like with Robert Sanchez and that like he'll have like he had his moments, but like just overall, it's just not really what you want.
No,
and like it kind of surprising that he got a big move for quite a decent amount of money. Because like I've seen clips of him from I think he was at Forest Green Rovers for a little bit, and some of the highlights I've seen when he was there are terrible.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, but like the thing is with Sanchez, often like he'd get swapped around quite a lot, like because we didn't trust him with his feet, which obviously like you've seen, but now it just seems as well that he makes a lot more like really schoolboy mistakes, like the one against City where he's just run out of his box and he stops and then he's just like in no man's land. It's just stupid.
And I always said, I was like, to win the league, to win a league, you need 3 world-class positions. You need a world-class number 9. You need a world-class centre-back. You need a world-class goalkeeper. Those 3, if you have a world-class those 3, and then the rest of your team is really good, then you'll be in a good position.
100%.
Because I think that's why Liverpool is such a good place right now. And I'm saying that they don't have a world-class number 9, but they have a world-class attacker, which is Mo Salah. And I think having someone like him, and then Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, it's just those 3 is the reason why they're going to win the league. That's why I always say, I was like, with Chelsea, is you're never going to bring in a world-class centre-back who's not, firstly, worth so much, but also young. Because like they're either going to stay at the club they're at, or they're going to charge donkey's amounts for them, over 150 million. Chelsea's not going to pay that. So it's always a strange one. I always say, we're in a position where top 4 this season, and then we can look to build on that. Because we've not had Champions League football for a few years at the club, and that's what Chelsea is embedded in. We've won a lot of European trophies, and that's what Chelsea is. We're a successful club, and we were used to swapping managers in and out. And right now, we're not doing that, thankfully, but we're bringing in managers who are mediocre. And for example, you see Pochettino, you see Enzo Maresca, and now you see Potter. Those 3 are mediocre. And there's so many Chelsea fans who are saying, "Oh, Poch is coming in, he's going to do this." End of the day, I get it. He did bring Spurs to compete in the Champions League and the Prem, but did he win it? No. And those are them, and those little details you find, and that's why. Now I look at your manager; he's 31, isn't he? And there's 6 players, and there's 6 players in your squad who are older than him. And I was thinking, do you think there's moments where the reason sometimes it's not working is because they're going to be like, listen, this coach is young, he doesn't know what he's doing, or he's still inexperienced? That's what I'm thinking about. For example, like Danny Welbeck, who's been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and so many different clubs. So, how do you feel about the manager? Do you like him?
He's, I mean, he is. I don't think he comes across very well in the media.
He doesn't. No, I agree.
He comes across a little bit arrogant. And after that result, which, to be fair, we didn't have Baleba or Ayari, who have sort of been that they've sort of been the 2 who are there in the midfield. And then he's put like Jorginho Rutter there, who's like basically like a 9.5, sort of. And he just got it wrong. He got the formation wrong. He got the players wrong. And then he's not even gone over after losing 7-0 away from home. He's not even gone over to the away fans. Allegedly, I wasn't there, but he didn't go through. He didn't go over to the away fans. And I just think that he tries to chop and change it a little bit too much. I know obviously injuries sort of force your hand as to what you're going to do. But yeah, I think he just chops and changes it way too much, and he doesn't. The thing with us Brighton fans is that, especially the ones on social media, they really hold on to when a manager does something that's really bad. So some of the comments that Potter made, that stuck with our fans. And some of the things that De Zerbi said is stuck with our fans, even though a lot of our fans want him back. And stuff like that. But I think that I didn't predict his sort of. I said that he'd start really well, which he did, and then he'll go in on a really bad run. But I didn't expect the run to actually be this bad. And then I thought you could basically judge him dependent on how he comes out the end of it. And I mean, a 7-0 is crazy, and it is just crazy. It doesn't matter how good Nottingham Forest are doing; it could have been Man City. It's still not really acceptable.
I think the time to play Brighton is right now, isn't it? I think for Chelsea 100%. Right now, we were so lucky over the weekend because Newcastle lost, Bournemouth lost, and City lost, who are our top 4 competitors. So for us to beat West Ham, which was vital, and again we started really quite well, and the last 5 minutes to the first half, we just gave away stupid back pass from Levi Colwill, and then Bowen. You don't give him that time and space because you know how he is, and he's playing too well for West Ham, in my opinion. But but then you look at West Ham now, and you look at him saying Jared Bowen, he can he would start for any team in the Premier League, and there's positions where for us coming back from 1-0 down to 2-1 is very rare. It was actually the first time since 2013 that we've been trading for half time and we won.
Really?
Which is the most. Isn't that crazy?
Insane. That's over 10 years.
Since 2000, that's over. That's 12 years since we trailed from half time and then we won. That in itself, such a big red flag. But is what Maresca said. He says we need to win ugly, and those moments we did win so ugly. So it was hideous.
It wasn't an own goal.
Yeah, it was an own goal. It was. So the first goal was just an absolute palaver, right? So it's quite controversial because I think before we built up that attack, Levi Colwill literally barged into Jared Bowen, and it wasn't a foul. In my opinion, it was a foul. like a complete off the ball incident. You literally just barged into him for no reason. That's a foul.
Mm.
And then from then it was like a couple of offside calls, and then the deflection was, if it was his hand and stuff, it was mental.
Oh,
But
okay.
thankfully the goal was given. And then from then we had the confidence of scoring. Then Cole Palmer does what Cole Palmer does, doesn't he? He created an attack out of nothing, and then he shot. And then thankfully came off Wan-Bissaka and went in. And now it's these little things where we need to win ugly. And
Yeah.
I think to play Brighton now is the best time. However, at the same time, I always think now, like, I think when teams come from a really bad loss, for example, when Forest lost 5-0 against Bournemouth, right? They come out and there was like, I'm going to go swinging on Brighton. And
Yeah.
they want to play the next game ASAP, right? So
Mhm.
these are the games I'm a bit like wary about. Thankfully, it's the FA Cup first. And you're right. Like, I think I'm more interested in getting the top 4 than the FA Cup, because we know, I think FA Cup, like, I think anything can happen. And thankfully we're in a position where is we can get top 4, because I think most likely now, if the British teams are doing really well in the European competitions, top 5 is Champions League. So
Yeah.
those are the moments, like, these are the moments we need to capitalize. But I think with Brian, it's more of a thing like, and as you said, is little things the manager does. Like, for example, when is Chelsea was scoring a couple goals against Brighton, he didn't change it because
No.
and there's little things, right? And then prime example against Forest, right? You had 63% possession, but what did you do with it? And
So true. It is true.
and the thing is, and you gave like the top 3 players so much space, that Elanga, Wood, and Gibbs White, the most space you can.
Yeah.
And those are the moments. And like, I don't know if I'm guessing you saw the game against La Forest, right? And
Oh
it's
yeah.
like,
No, it was shocking.
and it's a set piece. And I think, tell me about your squad though. I think your squad is more of a it's quite thin, in some
Yeah.
places. I'm
What
guessing,
I'm
right?
gonna do is we're gonna go to the first break because we're like
Yeah.
17 minutes in, and then I'll jump straight back into it.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna hear from GSPN first, and then we'll run straight back into it.
This podcast is brought to you by the Global Sports Podcast Network, the only network bringing you exclusive daily news and views on your Premier League team, the Premier League as a whole, women's football and fantasy football. A unique listening experience that puts fans first, bringing you the very latest breaking news from your team. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and make us your first listen every day. Global Sports Podcast Network. Every club, every day.
And we are back for segment 2. I am, of course, joined by Yashar, and we are going to be speaking a little bit more about Brighton. And just before we went to the break, Yashar asked me sort of what's going on with the Brighton team. And to be fair, to answer your question, mate, so we've had issues in in certain positions, and they weren't really addressed in the summer window. So centre back wasn't addressed. We didn't buy any centre backs, and we went into the season with Lewis Dunk and JP, so Van Hecker. Lewis Dunk needs to basically hang up his boots. Like it's just been too much for him this season. To be fair, like
he's been there for all his life, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been there for ages. So, yeah, he's just been having a tough time of it, and I think he needs to probably. I don't even think he needs to go, but he can like go into coaching or something, and like it would be calm. Or if you're gonna go, like I don't think he could play in the Premier League anymore. And then Igor's injured, so he's another one of our centre backs. He's injured. He's out for the season, I'm pretty sure. And then the other one's Adam Webster, and Adam Webster played so badly against. I think it might have even been against you. And he played was it against you where he got injured and come off? Either way, he played so bad in one game that he literally got so much abuse on social media that he just deleted his social media. So we've barely seen him at all. And yeah, we bought like Aaron Cashin from Derby, they're 23rd. So like it hasn't really been addressed as much as we thought it would be. The striker position, Evan Ferguson has been woeful. Danny Welbeck's like he's like 34, so he's injured all the time. And then we bought So we loaned out Evan Ferguson to West Ham.
Yeah, which is silly.
And then we bought in someone from Nuremberg in Bundesliga 2 who's like supposed to be like a wonder kid. And then we loaned him back there. So we bought him and then we loaned him back straight away. So now it's literally just Welbeck, Pedro and Rutter, but Pedro can't play up there on his own.
Yeah.
And Rutter is basically the same. Like he's a decent player, but he can't play up. Like in the wide positions, we have so much, even on loan. Like we have enough we have enough depth even on loan, just on loan.
Yeah.
And the midfield, we have loads of midfielders now. Fullback's a little bit of an issue as well, but yeah, the squad we are struggling, and I think we signed Kadioglu from Fenerbahce.
Yeah, Fenerbahce, yeah.
And he come in and he was all right, and then he got injured, and then he's just out for the rest of the season as well. So
yeah, there's a lot of players like I think the player to watch in the FA Cup is Rutter. 3 goals and 1 assist in the FA Cup, and a lot of players you see them. A lot of players who might not show up in the Premier League too much. Like I think in the FA Cup or cup competitions they shine, and I think in those are the moments where you see Rutter. I think he's the one to watch. And I wanted to ask, what do you think the reason for your terrible form is recently?
Oh mate, that's a thing. So when we first started going on that sort of like bad run, I believe we were playing Ipswich. Maybe Ipswich. It was one of the relegation teams, basically. One of the teams that are like in the bottom 5. And we played them at home, and we were just expecting to smash them, basically, because we started the season so well. Then we drew. And then we had basically 3... I reckon in the next 6 games, we had probably 4 or 5 of the bottom, from 15 all the way down to 20 at the time. And we literally just couldn't beat any of them. And it was just when we play against teams who are lower level, our level came down. And then even in between then, we played City and beat City.
Yeah.
And then we went not that in January. So at the start of January, we went to Arsenal, and we played Arsenal at ours and drew with Arsenal. We played well in the second half. But against the bigger teams we've played, apart from literally even Liverpool at Anfield, went 1-0 up. Chelsea, I think we went 1-0 up in that game as well.
Yeah,
ended up getting battered, but still, and I don't know what's going on. I just feel like the injuries I'm not one to blame injuries, but I feel like his idea, the manager's idea in his head of what he wanted, because he's got the injuries, I feel like he doesn't really know what to do now. But I still feel like apart from his centre back, I feel like he has enough players there to work something out. But it's just his idea has been a bit screwed over. So I think that's probably the main reason why this form's been so bad.
Yeah, there's a few reasons. I think, I can imagine with a lot of teams right now, it's just a lot of. I think also I think it's a fixture congestion as well. There's a lot of things, isn't it? Because I think now you see a lot of teams get injured, and it's just it's really frustrating for teams, etc. But I think the biggest thing for this game now, it's both teams got a lot on the line. Because I think the manager's going to get under pressure a little bit. I know he came in this this summer just gone, and I know he's in a situation where he might not have as much pressure as other managers, but I think with the bad form and the way Brighton I think operate as well, they're a top 10 team who competes for things nowadays. So I think, and obviously Chelsea wants to win a trophy. Conference. I think the Conference League will most likely win. But the only reason why I'm thinking is again, that's a Mickey Mouse trophy nowadays, isn't it? It's a trophy for a club like Chelsea. There's a Champions League and Europa Leagues, which are quite high stature. So I think having a trophy, especially the way we lost against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, isn't good enough. So again, both teams got a lot on the line, and we're going to see.
Yeah, I think for when it comes to the Conference League, the fact that you're playing a completely different 11 every time, not the fact you've got 2 11s, that is literally when I used to play career mode in like 2018 or 2017.
Like Football Manager, isn't it?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that literally, I've never seen that actually be a thing before.
No.
And like, didn't you win every game as well? Apart from
Yeah, we
like
won
the
every single
qualifying
game.
Yeah, you've won every game with your second team.
Yeah, with my second team. Yeah, yes, because Cole Palmer's only registered to the team until the round of 16s when we're going to re-register players.
I reckon you can re-register him in the semi-final and you'll be all right.
Yeah, even that doesn't mean you have to re-register him because, like, it's because I was looking. The only team that I think has some sort of a stature is Fiorentina, and even then they're not doing well in Serie A. And
no, imagine they actually beat you, though. That'd be bad.
Oh my god! Yeah, then, at that point, I probably jump on like the Brighton bandwagon. We have to transfer. So, like, we was talking about like a combined 11. That'd be quick, just like a quick one. We can go through it if you want.
Yeah. So, after you hear from our partners at Zencastr, guys, we're going to run through a combined 11, which isn't probably going to be pretty. So, if you were to tune out, I completely understand, but stay by just to see because I'm going to try and fit Danny Welbeck in there. Spoiler alert. All right, so I'll see you on the other side of this advert.
Here at the Global Sports Podcast Network, we spent a lot of time selecting our delivery platform. Zencastr came out the clear winner. With 4K video recording from your phone and AI editing that automatically removes all those ums and ahs, it's super easy to start a podcast that sounds great and is delivered efficiently. If you're ready to tell your story, check out the link in the show description to learn more about Zencastr.
And we are back. We're in the final segment. Myself and Yashar are going to be doing our combined 11, Chelsea and Brighton. What are the rules? Are we doing players that are injured or are we not doing players that are injured?
I think we should do full squad. Full healthy squad.
Everyone's healthy.
Everyone's back. The full shebang. We should should we do a 4-3-3 flat?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, that can run. That's fine.
Yeah, that'll do.
All right.
Right, let's start with goalkeeper. I think we all know what's going to go on here. Van Bruggen,
Are you picking? You're not just picking because you have 9 of them, don't you? So you're not picking any of the others because aren't they all better?
I think we have 11.
You have 11. I swear they're all better than Sanchez anyway. So
I think my nan's better than Sanchez, and she's never really played football, bless her. But I think I think we can both agree Van Bruggen has to be in there.
Yeah, Van Bruggen has to be there, but that performance against Nottingham Forest, mate, you're on fraud. He's on fraud watch. I hope he knows.
I think with him is like that game. I don't think it was really his fault. To be fair, I think it was like the team in front of him.
Oh no, to be fair, one of the goals he's literally passed the ball to Matey, and he's got nutmeg that is near post. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, that's like Courtois level. Yeah, that's like Courtois. So we used to have him. We used to put we have to put like a dress on him to just like stop them going through. Okay, so bad start for us. Goalkeeper in there.
Yeah, so do you want to go right back to left?
Yeah, right back. Like you have Tariq Lamptey. And I think for me,
Reece James.
Me personally, Reece James.
Reece James the best.
I think Malo Gusto has something to say, but I think
you can argue between the two of them because I'm not putting Tariq Lamptey. I know all I can give you is Joel Veltman. That's it.
Yeah, but yes. I think Reece James wins that title.
Yeah, I think
Reece James.
So, full fit Reece James, mate, is
full fit.
Joel Velt was probably one of our most consistent players this season. To be fair, yeah. And
he plays centre half as well, doesn't he? So there's another position he can. So that's a really good thing about him. Yeah. So 2 centre halves. I think we have to put Fofana in there. So far this season, Fofana. Yeah, he's injured for the rest of the season, unfortunately. But
shock.
It's his third time actually. Time that he's injured. Shock.
That is actually mad. That is mad.
It's really bad, especially when we spent 80 million on him. Is even worse. So, but yeah, we have Fofana, and I think Igor has something to say as well.
I would just put Van Hecker in there because Dunk's not getting anywhere near there. Igor's probably not. I don't think Levi Cole has been that good, and
I don't think so. I agree.
I was really high on him, but I don't know when he runs. He's just like he's running in quicksand, man. I'm not seeing anything like it.
Plus, he gave the ball to Bowen and to let him score. The thing with Levi Colwell is he's not the fastest, so he needs Fofana to track back for him. Yeah. So, Van Hecker and Fofana, and that's a good.
Those are a good mix because Van Hecker's got some of the best passing stats out of all the centre backs.
He does, yeah. He's unbelievable young talent. Yeah. Left back, who do you have a left? You have the Esquerro, don't you?
Yeah, so Estupinian or Kadioglu. You can basically pick either or, but who's your left back again?
Cucurella. I think Cucurella's doing really well this season.
Oh no, yeah. This season's got to be Cucurella, I think.
Yeah, Cucurella. I think he showed a lot, especially with a lot of Chelsea fans wanting him out in the summer just because he was horrendous.
Yeah,
he's done really well to actually come back and actually got a lot of assists and goals this season.
Put Cucurella in there. That's mad.
Yeah, I know Cucurella's in there. We got your ex-player, obviously.
Yeah, but, everyone in the whole country apart from Chelsea fans hate Cucurella.
Yeah, literally. Okay, we got the flat three. We got. I think Caicedo needs to be in there. Again, another player.
Yeah. He's going to probably
really good this season. Really good. He's
probably going to be PFA.
Young player, yeah.
And we have Gravenberch.
Yeah, like him or Gravenberch will win that one. I probably lean towards Gravenberch if they win the Premier League. But is the two centre mids, like I've got to give them to one of them needs to be in there. Is it Miniba?
Yeah, Baleba has to be in there. Mate. He's unreal.
He is unreal. And then probably Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, but apparently he's back with his missus now, so he's gotten worse again.
For him, is he left her to focus on his single life. So it's like he got 8 goals and 4 assists in 9 games. He was tearing up, and then suddenly he's like, you know what? He's like, this clubbing life ain't for me. he said, nah, this is too stressful.
And then he went back.
Yeah. Now he's comfortable. He's putting the relationship pounds on. You know, like he's eating a bit more. Now he's slacking off a little bit. I'm like, no wonder he's slacking off. You know? He ain't hungry no more. You know, he ain't got that drive in him. Like I think, we have to involve Enzo Fernandez. I think so far this season he's been really good. I think the midfield's really improved a lot for Chelsea.
Where are you going to put Cole Palmer in this, by the way?
Cole Palmer has to be right wing, yeah.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, we don't have a right winger that we can put forward. To be honest, we keep rotating them because we can't decide. Cole Palmer probably needs to be up there, or we can either swap out Enzo Fernandez and put on Cole Palmer, and then there's up to. I don't have anything for you, mate. I don't have anything for you.
So probably the top three. The top three, yes. So like the final third, Cole Palmer needs to be in there, right wing. Obviously, I think for obvious reasons, he's unbelievable. 21 goal contributions in so far this in the Premier League has just been unbelievable.
Man, he's a midfielder. That's great.
He's a midfielder, and
but the only rule is that you can have whoever you want on the left, mate. Honestly, you can have Todd Bowley on the left if you want, but it's gonna have to be Danny Welbeck up front, mate. It has to be.
We can have your cat in the left wing if you wanted to.
She does this all the time, every single time. Honestly,
just has a really furry tail walk past. I'm thinking, coach, she really wants to go left wing.
Yeah, no, she doesn't care about filming a podcast. Honestly, this is.
She's like, I'll do what I want. Actually,
this is her.
She's like, it's actually my podcast.
Yes. But
probably left. I'll give it Neto left wing. I think Neto's been really good as well.
Over Sancho?
Yeah, I think Neto's been really good. I think he can play both wings as well. So I think he played really well.
He needs a couple more goals though, doesn't he?
He does. I think with him he's so hard working when he tracks back.
Yeah, that's the when issue with Matoma.
I think with God, Matoma, what a player. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, but not at the moment.
No, not at the moment.
Because what he does is good, but it's just like his output is so poor. So
I think
he's got 5 goals and 3 assists or 2 assists. Something like that.
Yeah, he needs a bit more.
Yeah,
I think centre forward. I think you've got to put Rutter in there.
Rutter, no, Danny Welbeck. Rutter can go.
Welbs.
Yeah, we don't care.
That guy Welbs. We're playing that guy Welbs.
That guy Welbs, man. When he was
fair enough.
Started the season, he was cooking. He scored a free kick as well.
Yeah. I think Nicholas Jackson isn't good enough, and Mark Guehi isn't good enough either. So.
Oh, you don't. I thought Nicholas Jackson was on the redemption.
No, I'm not someone who rates him. I think 7 games without a goal now. He's just it's not him, man. He ain't it. He ain't it.
So what about why not João Felix or Nkunku then? If
João Felix is not played,
not for this, not in terms of like the combined, but just in general. Like why were they not given? Are they not being given chance?
I think with João Felix, I think prime example now he's gone to AC Milan.
Yeah.
Now for a loan and he scored in his debut. I think because he plays in the same position as Cole Palmer, and I think that in itself, I think. You ain't gonna drop him.
Yeah, you can't really put a false 9 in with a 10 like Palmer. It doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, and then Nkunku, you might as well have a chocolate teapot up front.
Yeah.
There's literally useless. He is absolutely useless, and like he is, again, he's as useful as a chocolate teapot. Melts.
Yeah.
Not literally, no, he ain't it. So
When you signed him, he was on madness when you signed him.
he had 21 goals and 19 assists in the Bundesliga, which was like those stats are just like what? Like
That's
really?
actually insane. That's insane.
40 goal contributions in I don't know. It's like I think
They
34.
play 4 less.
Yeah, they play 4 less
18
games, which is
yeah.
32 games, which is oh my, that is again in itself is unbelievable.
Yeah,
We sign him and he comes in, we're like, really? Like,
yeah.
like some sort of like a different version of Timo Werner, because Timo Werner scored
Oh
like
my god.
20 because Timo Werner scored 28 goals before we signed him. And like it was Liverpool, City, Chelsea were after him, and we got him. We were like, yeah, and they
Yeah.
So that's a combined 11. That's quite a good combined 11, to be
No,
fair.
it's not bad to be fair, but like at the
snuck in
start of the season, it was peak because we were having loads of Brighton players in there.
Yeah, you snuck in a few there. I'm impressed. I'm impressed how you snuck in.
Yeah, no,
Snuck in a few. That guy Welb's in there.
Yeah, some of those players, apart from Welbeck, I imagine, are probably going to get moves anyway. So, Belabor is going to go for hella peas.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like same as Casado's in 105 million, probably go around the same, probably a bit more actually nowadays.
Yeah, he's a little bit more technical than Caicedo is.
Yeah,
but Caicedo's is a better up here when it comes to defending. And
more ball playing centre, like ball winning midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah. Belabor could do all of it, but just he can't do that bit as well as Caicedo can at the moment.
Yeah.
But I mean, he'd
probably learn that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, mate, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Amazing.
And to be fair, mate, we've probably got to do this the exact same time next week anyway.
Yeah, we look forward to it, hopefully with the Chelsea win and you with the Brighton win.
Okay, so thanks for listening, guys. Run us up on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff. Make sure you follow the Global Sports Podcast Network, their YouTube channel as well. Make sure you follow and do all that stuff for the Daily Chelsea podcast as well.
Yeah,
and
appreciate that.
We will see you on the flip side. So thank you very much for listening, guys.
Take care.
Every club, every day. The Global Sports Podcast Network.